All right, MMA.
No.
Typical.
All right,
typical
go.
show.
All right, go.
Typical show.
Now we're going.
Now you're going.
Typical
now you're
show.
going.
All right, MMA, welcome back to another episode of Split Decision.
Oh, this is not good.
No, this is how it always is.
This is how we do 500?
This is how we do 500.
This is how we do 500.
That's why I'm back. Hi.
Hey.
Been gone since September, but this is episode 500, special episode on a Sunday. So welcome. This has been going on now for 10 years. Episode 500. Started this with when I started this podcast, I was married. Just think about that for a second.
You're married now.
I was married to somebody else.
Okay.
I was married when I started this podcast, 2009, April 2009, with my ex-wife Sarah and my friend Eric, and it's gone now to 500 episodes, and I haven't been here since September. I don't even know what you guys do anymore.
Still the same thing.
I forgot how to do
Nothing's
this.
changed.
I haven't even watched a fight. And like, who fights now? I don't even know who has a belt. Nothing.
Do you feel like you're watching that UFC 1 game out there and you're like, who's that guy?
Who's that guy?
Wearing a sleeveless t-shirt.
Yeah, the guy with the mohawk.
We got
He's
Tom.
345 pounds.
Yeah,
man.
we got Tom Cruise and Justin Bieber in the best
Yeah.
pound per pound rankings right now.
Yeah, celebrity UFC
stuff.
is coming up. That's the
I
next
like
new
that
thing.
though. They said that the whole challenge is you gotta take or to add 31 years or subtract 31 years from your birth date and see who you could fight in Hollywood.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah, look it up. Because Tom Cruise is 31 years older than Justin Bieber.
Sounds like a lot of math.
Yeah.
Is there an app for that?
Is there an app that just tells me like, all right,
don't
these
know.
are who you can fight? I don't actually want to have
I'm
to look
horrible
it
at
up.
geometry, so I don't have any idea. who it
Fighters
would be.
looking for fights, right?
Yeah,
Fighters looking for fights.
So, what was that called? The app called?
Grinder?
No, not.
Oh, man.
No, it was
Rumbler.
Sure. You end up in the same position sometimes anyway.
Rumbler.
He's got the rear mount.
You go right
Oh,
in.
sure. We're going to bring up that one time I needed gas money.
Right?
That's messed up.
Chapstick's only $1. It's all good. So yeah, this is episode 500. We are here.
Yeah.
That's 500 weeks. That's 500 straight weeks of putting together. I wouldn't say straight.
No.
I think we probably missed 8.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
I think
we made up for him.
8 or 9.
We made up for him.
So just let you know, there's 52 weeks available in the year. So if you
That's
want
not including interviews either.
No. That's and we've
Or
had
special
and
episodes.
we've
You know,
had
where we had to
special
talk to the
episodes.
kids about things.
Yeah. Remember that one time we were on Schoolhouse Rock?
Yeah, that one where we showed people how to put on condoms.
Yeah.
The banana?
The glow-in-the-dark ones.
No.
It was that hot sauce bottle.
Yeah.
We used the rutabaga that's on all the emojis.
I used the glow-in-the-dark condoms, and we had a lightsaber fight. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh,
That never happened.
okay. All right. Isn't that what you're supposed to do with them?
Is that episode 10? Is that
Yeah.
what
Yeah, it was episode 10. So what happened was so yeah, I was in radio. I was at Rock 96.7 when this started. We started doing it in the studio there at Rock 96.7. And then it slowly started unraveling, and we weren't able to do it every Friday, and then Eric stopped coming and Sarah stopped coming, and I was doing this on my own for a while, and it was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. I was like I got to keep it going somehow, and so all I would do was like fight recaps or talk about upcoming
This fight
fights.
happened.
Yeah, this fight happened. They would be maybe. There was one that was like 12 minutes long, just because I had to put something out there. Because I was like, it's another week.
But that's the determination. That's the we're going to put something out.
Yeah, that was it. That was what it was.
Like when we were in Vegas, we
have to
didn't
do
want to
something.
do it, but we put something out. It didn't count as a show, but it happened.
But it was there. It did not stay in Vegas.
No.
And then I met Dodge at the 108 during a beer pong tournament.
Yeah.
And then that's how our love manifested.
Blossomed.
Yeah. So I met this guy at the 108. I was hosting a beer pong tournament. His bar was the home for it.
Yep.
And then
was the venue.
Yeah, we started talking about mixed martial arts. Come to find out, we both had this passion for mixed martial arts. I told him I was doing a podcast that was dying, was like legit floundering. He was like, "I'll come in and do it."
I got nothing to do.
Yeah.
I work
He's
nights
like,
all the
I got
time.
all this shit in my head that I got to get out.
Yeah. Everyone I talk to at the park thinks I'm crazy because I just keep running back and forth just talking about MMA.
Yeah. And
Cool, I'm just trying to watch fights, bro. I don't want to know why so-and-so is fighting so-and-so.
So then, yeah, Dodge came and he actually added a lot of content to the show, and we kind of revitalized it, brought it back to life.
Had fun with it.
Dennis was on the morning show as a character and called in a lot and did a lot of voices. And kind of jumped onto this podcast as well. And Dennis was actually gracious enough to host this podcast at his house.
When we got kicked out of the
When we got kicked out of the Rock 96.7 studio.
Well, it was a no-brainer. I mean, it was something that was established, and then I'm like, so what needs to happen? They're like, someone needs to produce it, and I was like, well, okay. Yeah. I didn't even know if I could produce.
I got a killer set of tools.
Yeah, exactly.
What I have is a special skill set.
Yeah, and it's fucked up because Craftsman doesn't make shit to do this.
No, it doesn't.
So it didn't help me at all. But yeah, I pretty much. I mean, we limped along.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know how many different things we tried before we actually got it going.
A lot.
We had the green screen for
We
a
had the
while.
green screen for a minute.
It was fun.
3 weeks, right?
But Dodge didn't like the fuzziness.
Yeah, and
And I would wear stuff with green on it just to fuck with it.
And so, and at your house is actually where we've got guests in the studio today, and we actually have Rolando and Kelly are out in there, and that's where we met them. Was at your
Yeah.
house.
Right.
They came on, did several shows with us.
Yeah.
And that was super cool of them. And they are not. Well, they're going to be on the show at some point today. You guys going to come in here? Sure.
Yeah,
Sweet. They're busy playing UFC 1 on the
UFC
PlayStation.
1, Rolando is holding down his title against anybody that wants to challenge him except the computer.
His title of button masher.
He has won against everybody except the computer.
Did he beat you?
Still an open challenge though. Anybody wants to come in. Everybody wants to come in.
Shade this guy.
I button mashed the hell out of that game.
Right. And then
Spam overhand right.
And then we came to the SinCal Studios.
Yeah.
Dodge's relationship with the SinCal family.
Yeah.
And that's where we're at now, and that's where Pixels joined us, was here at this studio.
No,
No,
Pixels,
wait.
he was
at
at
Dennis's house.
Yeah.
That's right.
He joined,
That's right.
like episode 404. I went back and counted.
Is that
Wow.
right? Wow.
So this is my
like stuff I used to
13th
do.
episode.
All right.
And
that's where
every
we got-
time I screw it up.
It's fine. I screwed up too.
know.
I've done it. I haven't done it quite 500
That's why you
times.
haven't been here in so
That's why,
long,
yeah.
man.
That's why I left.
Just winging it.
I'm just winging it. I got a new job, and my new job doesn't allow me to come in on Fridays. That's what it is.
And he doesn't like to talk to anybody about doing any other day because he feels like he's putting the people out.
That's right. And I like
Except
to,
for today.
and I like to sleep.
Yeah.
I would rather be sleeping
He'd rather be sleeping today?
right now. No, I like being here with you guys.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Oh.
It's good times.
I'll take a nap after.
Even though it's not real, I feel it.
Yeah. So with that said, I guess we can go ahead and jump into some mixed martial arts news.
Yeah,
huh?
we always bring you the news, bring you rumors, bring you all the kinds of things that go on. The biggest story I would think from last week or this week we've just had that we could talk about is that Dana White has gone on multiple shows now. I think he's done multiple interviews where he is trying to convince and work the Nevada State Athletic Commission to get Jon Jones' only loss, the disqualification to Matt Hamill, overturned.
It makes sense.
Does it make sense?
I think it does.
Get the fuck
What?
out of here.
I think it does.
Joey,
That's
you haven't
some
been here for a while. You
bullshit.
got to go now.
You no longer woke up on your own show.
Has he been busy for the last 10 years? I mean, it didn't just happen.
No,
Yeah,
but
that's the thing is like, okay,
it's Jon Jones, regardless of all of his issues, which he has many, is still an unparalleled fighter. Nobody has ever figured out how to beat this guy, except for Matt Hamill.
Yeah, I know how to beat him. Get on fucking turnable.
So he has one loss on his record, which is funny because the last
technically it's not a loss. It's a DQ.
a DQ, and so it's a DQ loss, right?
Yeah, all right.
Yeah. So the last UFC promo that I saw, actually, they were calling
Yeah,
him
they don't
undefeated.
have
Undefeated.
win,
So-
loss, tie, DQ.
They have no contest.
DQ is a loss.
Wait,
Yeah.
didn't we just
is
celebrate
not
that
what
this month?
is.
What?
No, it's not a no contest. It is a loss, but
WL, huh?
yeah. So I don't know. I feel like if this was Jon Jones trying to do it, I think I'd be a little more okay with it. The fact that Dana White feels that he has to step in to make this happen so that he can promote Jon Jones as his undefeated champion, even though he's lost his belt twice because he got busted for steroids and
gonna say, Jon
everything
Jones,
else, and they
he
had
got-
to strip it from him. Like
You
they
want-
just want it on the marketing thing, undefeated.
Yeah, and that's
for
fine.
however many
and I
years.
get that.
I mean,
Jon
that's
Jones
ridiculous.
He's not going to advocate for himself. He's too busy doing cocaine and running over pregnant women.
Allegedly.
Oh no, he hit a pregnant woman.
I don't care.
Kelly,
Allegedly.
stay away from him. you see Jon Jones in a car, just go the other way. That shit happened. That's real.
You know, they talk about the 12-6 elbow rule that has been around forever, and apparently the story has finally. I don't even know why they've decided to discuss this. The reason that it's a rule is they saw videos of like karate practitioners breaking bricks with the downward strike elbow, and they're like, "Oh, that's too brutal for MMA. They're breaking bricks. What are they going to do to some guy's face? We can't have that."
That's serious.
And that's how they did the rule. And now they tell everybody that, and everyone's like, "Well, that's kind of dumb."
Oh, I
Yeah, I remember.
I knew I had a karate expert. We joined the army. First day he saluted, he killed himself.
He karate chopped himself so hard in the face.
Done. Day one.
Dude,
Day one.
That's
we
what
gotta
happened.
Stop
his
doing
hands,
salutes.
His hands were registered weapons.
Oh,
Not yet.
with the DMV?
With the DMV.
With the DMV.
Yeah, the DMV.
See what
I
they
never.
bring out again?
It's a
That's one
sticker
thing
on
I
his
never
license.
understood. Was like, okay, everybody had that rumor growing up. Oh no, my uncle's a black belt and his hands are registered. Why with the fucking DMV of all offices? Like, there's a million other offices that you would have to register your lethal weapon hands, but everybody was like, no, it's the
Francis
DMV.
It's
Ngannou
DMV, dude.
He had to register as a Ford Fiesta.
A Ford Fiesta, right? Yeah, Francis Ngannou.
It's registered.
He's a registered Ford Fiesta.
Yeah. Dude, we have the audio of that guy saluting himself.
Perfect.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean-
what happened.
Again, do you think now 10 years, removed from this whole situation that this needs to happen?
No, let's just add 2 more fucking asterisks to his name. Did drugs, had some shit removed. Ran over people, stole some shit.
We could probably,
Hid under
let
a
him have his
mat.
own
Did he not
sponsor.
hide under a mat?
Allegedly, he
Allegedly.
hid underneath a mat for hiding from a...
You got to take what Chael Sonnen says with a grain of salt, though. I mean,
No, it
Well,
doesn't.
speaking
no.
of Chael Sonnen, he says, you know what? It's still the rule. He's like, they never needed to share it in the first place. Why they made the rule? Either way, the rule got written down, and athletes agreed to abide by the rules. He did break those rules when Jon threw the elbows. It absolutely went to the back of the head of Matt Hamill, and it was completely illegal. At this point, though, you got to learn. You made a game time decision, and you made the wrong decision. You got to live with that now. Like, just move on.
Yeah. And I mean, spoken like a true cheater who's making millions. Right? I mean, the guy who was calling out Vanderlei Silva, I can't believe he did it. I can't believe he did it. Hey, Shell, these people want to talk to you on the back.
I gotta go.
But
I mean, at the same time, he does want to make one good point. He said there is an appeal process if he wanted to appeal this, but it's 30 days. He should have done it back then. Why wasn't he saying?
You can't pick the 30 days?
Yeah, you can't pick 30 days. All right, 30 days starting now. I want to put in my
Yeah.
appeal,
Yeah.
Whatever.
even though that fight was 10 years
I
ago.
think it should be longer than 30
Yeah.
days. He got knocked the fuck out.
Whatever.
He probably didn't wake up until then.
Matt Hamill ain't trying to hear that.
Well, no, actually, Matt Hamill, on the other hand, has decided to challenge Jon Jones. Matt Hamill's on Twitter saying that he would like to, he understands that Dana White is supporting the overturning of the loss to a no contest. Well, I'm not complaining about
On
that.
Twitter, he's all.
I'm not complaining about the uses of his illegal substances, but how about I have back-to-back wins? How about a rematch? How do you think a rematch between Jon Jones and Matt Hamill would go at
I
this
didn't even know
point?
Matt Hamill's still in shape.
I bet you he'd fight Connor too.
Circle is a shape, my friend.
Circle is a shape.
Circle is a shape.
Yeah,
Body of a god. Buddha.
Dad bod. Think about it. The 2 heavyweight champions. Heavyweight champion in MMA.
That's now
dad
called
bod.
Thor bod, sir.
Thor bod.
True.
It's better than the store bought.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not something that I support. I think just let bygones be bygones, and I don't give a shit about the UFC's marketing plan for Jon Jones.
They should give him everything.
That's
he
my
wants.
personal opinion.
I understand.
Everyone's allowed to have their own, right?
I understand what you're saying, but like I said, at the same time, nobody's figured out Jon Jones, and that loss on his record is kind of dumb.
Okay, so would you be okay with it being a no
What do you
contest?
mean? I don't understand. That loss is kind of dumb.
It's kind of dumb.
It's a DQ. It is what it is. We got 2 fucking fighters in there. Ask them how they feel about it. You
Let's
got a
ask
fucking
them.
DQ. It's a fucking DQ.
I don't want to get elbowed in the head by a pregnant
Do you
woman.
think it should be overturned?
No.
Both of them say no.
Fine.
Do you think it'd be okay if they turn it to a no contest? Keep the loss. There
That's,
you go.
that's just Jon Jones hate. That's all that is.
Oh.
If this was George St. Pierre,
Yeah.
would you be okay with it being turned to a no contest?
Yeah.
See,
He's a
that's-
nicer guy. He's a nicer guy.
I don't even like Jon Jones.
You know what?
But I just don't.
Jon Jones' loss couldn't have happened to a nicer guy.
Fair enough.
Another thing that is looking to be overturned, Sean O'Malley was recently busted again.
Are they going to move the card?
He's been pulled from the card.
Oh, they're not moving it to Anaheim?
I don't think so.
Move
They're
it
not
to a different
you
state?
can't- They only do that for one fighter, sir. We only move cards for one fighter.
See, again, let's just add to the list. We move a whole card for
Isn't
one
that the
guy.
one we were just talking about?
We remove
maybe,
DQs for one
maybe.
guy.
Yeah, so they did say that they are willing to work with him to figure out what was going on for the extremely low levels of ostarine that were in his system, especially because this is stories we've been talking about over the past month or two. We've had multiple fighters get in trouble for ostarine that happen to be contaminated supplements.
We need to go back to the pool test where you just pee in 2 vials.
Shake it together.
You check your
It turns
chlorine
light
level,
blue
check your
to
pH.
purple. It looks a little green to me.
There
I
you
think
go.
it'd be okay.
The Lego test? Is that what it was?
Yeah, that was Vitor testing himself. Did I remember that?
Oh, I test
I'm
myself
good,
all
bro.
the time.
I'm good. I'm
He's
good.
good. He's
It's
good.
TRT. I'm good.
TJ did his test too.
Oh, speaking of TJ, you want to jump to that story? I'll jump to that story right now. That is one of my
God.
favorite
The
stories
snake?
that is going on right now. TJ Dillashaw without a single bit of irony in his system, with the world's biggest balls I've ever seen in my entire life. The steroids he was doing did not shrink him. They actually grew for TJ. He is opening a place called Clean Juice.
Does he duct tape him?
He is opening a place called Clean Juice.
Isn't that oxymoron? That's oxymoron, right?
Clean Juice?
It's
this
called
juice
Clean
is clean.
Juice, and he's now hiring juiceristas if anybody wants to be a juicerista.
I think the athletic commission made him do this.
They made him do this? It's
Yeah.
part of his fine. He's got to go open a place. You can get clean juice.
The last one was a commercial. Now you got to open up a
Yes,
juice bar.
Clean Juice Belinda will be opening in Southern California this summer. So make sure you go to your Belinda Town Center in Orange County and pick yourself up some clean juice
You don't
from
want to know what the
TJ
special
Dillashaw.
ingredient is in that one either.
Absolutely crazy to me.
Do you have to milk TJ to get the juice?
Come on, TJ. Can we switch over to
melts
paper
in
cups and paper straws? What's up with all the plastic?
I know he's using all the plastic now. He's not even using biodegradable stuff. Gosh, it's horrible. It's horrible. One FC is talking about having, one championship. I still throw out one FC.
I'm still saying one FC. It is. It's a fighting championship. They just took out fighting.
Yeah, it's just one championship. We'll be celebrating their 100th show, which is pretty cool.
Oh, is that it?
That's it.
They're only at 100.
So
Rookies.
it's going to have all title fights. So they're
Yeah.
not one championship. They're multiple championships, obviously.
No,
Yes,
it's
this-
to unify it.
So there's going to be one belt for all weights.
This is going to be, they're saying, an epic card,
It's going
October
to be that
13th.
345-pound fighter from UFC 1, the game.
Well, yes, the light heavyweight belt will be on the title, or will be on the line. We have the lightweight will be on the line. The flyweight world Grand Prix will be on the line. The kickboxing featherweight championship is going to be on the line. The bantamweight world championship is going to be on the line. And then they're having super fights with Shuto versus Pancrase,
Oh, wow.
which is pretty cool.
So,
They'll have 4 title
the
fights
Shamrock
there.
brothers are coming back?
That'd be sweet. Don't
I
wonder
didn't,
if they have
nobody
a-
knows. Where's Frank?
Like, well, they have like a. He's
seen him?
got his
Frank
braces
just
off.
fell off the map.
You don't recognize him. He got his braces off.
Oh, did he?
No.
No.
I still don't understand why that guy didn't get Invisalign. That never
It's so
made
much
any
money.
sense
Why
to
wouldn't you
me.
get Invisalign? Like, I don't understand. You're on
That's
TV.
a scam, dude. Those guys aren't even dentists.
Those guys aren't
For real.
dentists.
They just go in there and give you some plastic shit. There's so many lawsuits now.
Is there? Perfect.
Maybe Frank
The
knew.
LASIK was
I'm going to see
bad.
if I can get online. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
Joey's
just gonna
LASIK
say.
is
I'm
bad.
gonna
My
say
LASIK's fucking
allegedly
horrible.
because I don't want to fight no dentist or
I'll fight 4 out
dentites.
of 5 of them.
Isaac Yanko. Remember that?
Said
Oh.
that fifth dentist you don't want to mess with.
Yeah.
My
and
mom had a dentist named Dr. Thrillkill.
Oh, man.
No
that's
lie.
a real name?
Yeah, Dr. Thrillkill.
He wasn't a WWE star?
No.
Like, sounds like his gimmick would be like just extreme everything.
I want Dr. Green Thumb. That's who I want working on my mouth.
There's Dr.
Yeah.
And the last little bit before we get into
Planting
some recaps and a visit with some friends here, we have UFC lightweight Desmond Green has been arrested for a DUI manslaughter amongst other charges.
Dude, like 22 charges.
Yeah, it's something crazy.
22 months later.
Yeah. Allegedly, he was facing 20 charges after a 5-car accident that he caused on the I-75 that happened back in last August. He was swerving, went into the wrong lane, and veered into the path of a tractor trailer, causing a chain reaction of 5 other vehicles.
That sucks.
Yeah.
UFC still has yet to comment on this entire situation.
What do you want him to say?
It's a.
He's not Jon Jones. We can't do nothing about it.
We caught him.
There's not much they can say about that. I mean, geez, dude.
Police reports saying that he was driving impaired. He threw out a white powder containing cocaine, a metal object, which ended up being a grinder full of weed. He smelt of alcohol. Subsequently, his toxicology came back positive for alcohol and drugs. Surprise on that one.
So really,
He was driving without a seatbelt on a suspended license. These charges alone hold a minimum sentence of 10 years in prison. However, if he is convicted, he will get an additional 15 years of prison, 15 years of probation, and a $10,000 fine, and a permanent removal of his driver's license.
so really, what happened is Jon Jones did all this, and Desmond Green's taking the fall.
Taking the fall, yeah.
Yeah. The UFC's like, no, we can't let this happen again.
You can't let it happen. He was driving him to practice, and this
Something
all
like
this
that.
happened. Horrible.
They seem to have all this evidence, but man, it took them a while to.
Yeah, it took, like I said, a whole year almost.
Well, they want to make sure they have an ironclad case, I guess.
But again, why has the UFC not made comment? They are very quick to make comment on pretty much anybody else that gets busted. Remember when Paulo Thiago, or was it someone like one of the Thiagos got busted in Brazil?
One of the Thiagos.
He got busted in Brazil. They were like, "All right, we caught him," and then they're like, "Oh, come to find out it's false. He's back. Everything's okay. Oh, it's true. No, we caught him. We caught him." Like they've done this multiple times.
That's messed up. I wouldn't be in the country though. I would have been gone. Right? Like, what the fuck? It's an IQ test right there. I'm gonna arrest you in a year.
Your name is now Roberto Valenzuela. You've batted 371 last year.
Find a house, everything.
So that's it. That's the news.
Right.
That's it.
That's the rumors and news. There's not more else. What else is going on? What else have you heard? I mean, we got fights to talk about.
No,
we got lots of fights to talk about that Joey's never watched.
Yeah, I've been out of the game for so long, I don't even know what's happening.
I like this. This is our last option, though. At the end of the show, I have signed us up on Tapology, which is quickly overtaking Sherdog, in my opinion, for like fighter records. You can find people's amateur records. You got rankings from across the United States.
Well, we started using this a while back.
We have, but I like this now. We can make our own rankings. I'm actually happy about that. I think as a group, we should make our own rankings.
Can I put myself in there?
Yeah, sure. If you got a record.
When you say yourself,
We're guaranteed top 5.
Guaranteed top 5.
We always put ourselves.
Perfect.
And if any one of you votes Conor McGregor, you're out. Like, just out immediately. I don't care what weight class you think he's in at this time.
Yeah, put Jon Jones at number 1, too.
We're just done. Jon Jones is number 1. We know that. But I thought we'd check in with our friends over here.
Yeah, say. All
right, bring him in.
Before we jump in.
I'll scoot over.
Before we jump into the fights, let's bring in Rolando and Kelly. I don't know, man.
Here, put him over here.
Put him
What
over
did you
there.
just do?
Or you can put him over there.
You broke it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've been gone for a long time.
Joey, so I just stand where I'm told and put my hands up.
I've been gone for a long time. The last time I saw you, you were not pregnant.
I know.
And not only are you pregnant now, like your baby is due in a couple of weeks.
Yes.
That's
In 4 weeks.
bananas.
You guys can get closer to the microphone if you can.
Hey, don't be afraid of it. Don't be
This one
afraid of
doesn't
it.
move much, but
Yeah.
I'll try to move it.
Dodge just stands in that thing because he's short.
That's true.
You look very tall out there.
I look very tall.
Yeah.
I tried to give it to him last time, and he was like,
So let's talk about this this whole life change that's going on with you guys now. Obviously, you're not fighting.
Right.
But last time we checked in, you were fighting for Invicta.
I fought for the contenders last.
Well, okay. Last time we checked in.
Yeah. Yes, yeah.
And so obviously, this is a big life change for you with not being able to fight anymore, but also for the future.
Right.
Because it's a big question mark. Because nothing's certain.
Yeah.
I mean, parenting is it's
fight in
always
itself.
it's always uncertain. So when you want to look towards the future and think about fighting, how do you feel about that?
I think that I just need to take some time and see how things go. In a couple weeks, it'll be 1 year since my last ACL surgery. So it was kind of perfect timing because I was recovering from that anyways. But we'll see how things go. I'm not in contract with anybody right now.
Oh, you're not?
No.
Okay. And what about you, Rolando?
Yeah, I don't have anything going on right now. I was offered a fight August 2nd, but Kelly gave me the look like
3 days after my due date.
3 days after the due
after
date.
the due date, yeah. So
I think you could have made it worse. I'm just saying.
We'll just push that thing out.
Just hold him for. Just give me 20 seconds. I got him in a choke.
Yeah.
Just wait.
That win bonus could have been a nice birthday gift, you know?
Yeah. He's trying to convince me that the baby's not going to come till August 5th.
Oh,
Yeah.
why the 5th?
Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th. You plead the 5th.
It's just wishful thinking.
So what was the whole contender series thing like?
I say, he talks about you were under contract, but you're no longer. What all happened there? The contender
So I was
series?
supposed to fight for Invicta. Then the Contender Series offered me a fight, which I took. And because I took that fight, my contract with Invicta was then voided. So.
I thought it was a baby clause.
And I think it was my last fight on my contract anyways. The one
okay.
that I was supposed to fight with Invicta. So then I lost the Contender Series. And yeah, I had my knee surgery right after.
But that was you lost by decision, right?
Yes.
You went all 3?
Yes.
You're the only person out of your gym to go to Contender Series and make all 3 rounds, right?
Yes.
To not get finished.
Yes, that is true. Yeah.
So how does that work? Did you go down? Did you make 2 trips down or just 1?
Yeah, so I made a trip like the week before and did all the promos, and then the week of we went as well and stayed there the whole time. It was a different experience compared to Invicta, very, very different. I don't want to be on bad terms, but I definitely preferred Invicta a little bit better. They just were more family oriented. The UFC, you could just tell it's very business. Everything there is just for
They're the
business.
machine.
Yes.
They're the machine.
But it was really cool. It was cool to be there.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
we saw Dana White, kind of. He said hi.
Yeah.
And
What's up, people?
yeah. So it was cool. It was cool to be inside the Ultimate Fighter house. We also got to check out the new venue that they had.
The Performance Center.
Yes.
How is that?
Amazing. We went the week that Conor was fighting Mayweather, so everything was Conor McGregor everywhere. He had a boxing ring
Had his name
everywhere.
He had his own office
Yeah.
down there.
It was amazing.
They just made that
Wasn't
open to
sure
the
who
public
owned
too,
who.
right?
Well, they just opened
Yes.
up, yeah. So the Contender Series is now open to the public. So if you're in Las Vegas when their Contender Series is filming, that you can just show up apparently,
Yeah.
Unless Jon Jones or Conor McGregor's in town.
and then they shut it
Nobody
down.
gets
No
in.
one, not even other fighters, are allowed.
Really?
Yeah, if you're at the Performance Institute and Jon Jones or Conor McGregor show up to train, even if you have a booked time, you gotta go.
Really?
Yep, they've done that
Wow.
now to 2 different fighters.
Wow.
Did
I
not know
don't.
that.
I don't.
Yeah.
It's a little
Our
much.
priorities.
It's a little much.
I mean, he has his whole office there. There's an office that says Conor McGregor.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Does he ever show up?
I mean, you were
Are
there.
you
the
sure
week
shit
before.
doesn't show up to fight?
He wasn't there when you were there.
So you have a whole new challenge ahead of you. You guys have both fought. You've trained. You've been in the cage. You've done something that a lot of people can't do because it's kind of terrifying to get in there and get punched. Are you more scared of that than you are parenting? Does that terrify you?
No.
No.
You guys know what you're having, right?
We're having a boy.
We're having a boy, yeah.
Good luck.
That's what a lot of
Girls
people
are
tell us.
easier.
I've heard
I
that
don't
so
know.
many times so far.
I don't know. I have both, and they're both a pain in the ass. I wish you luck.
Yeah, any tips or whatever, we'd gladly.
Well, I mean, you could just choke them out.
just throw him in the cage.
As we're getting closer, I keep saying like, "Oh, I'm getting nervous to deliver," and everybody's like, "You've been in a fight before." I'm like, "That's totally different. That's way different than giving birth."
Telling me this baby's gonna fight me?
Yeah.
Future, do you see yourself being okay with if your boy wants to get into fighting?
I go back and forth.
He's yes. You can tell immediately. He's like, yeah, we're training now.
Training for
Training
sure.
for sure.
Training for
yeah,
sure.
Training for sure. Whether he wants to fight be his decision, but she's a little bit more against it.
If he wants to fight, he definitely needs to have a backup plan
For
because
sure.
it's
Well,
not.
of course, absolutely.
But a lot of fighters don't.
No.
A lot of fighters just think that they are gonna make it to the big show and make all this money, and that's not realistic. So he needs to have a backup plan if that's what he wants to do.
There's always
Football.
next fight.
Right?
Just wrestling, right? Wrestling in general.
Football? Are you gonna let him play football if he wants? You're really more scared of football than fighting?
Hey,
No,
my son's not allowed to play
yes.
football.
You know
We
what?
can
I
fight.
know nothing about football, so I would rather watch fighting because I just feel like I'll be bored out there.
My son does wrestling and jiu-jitsu, and he was never allowed to go out for football.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And now that he's older, I don't care because I see the commitment that you have to put into football, and I'm like, I'm glad I don't have to be there all the damn time. I'd rather go to jiu-jitsu matches and wrestling meets and stuff like that. But yeah, that football commitment for parents is serious.
My son's a middle linebacker, man.
Yeah, so you got to be there all the time, huh?
Smashing it.
Yeah, they're
Everything.
They're like, when can you volunteer to do the snack bar? Fuck that. Can I buy out of that?
Yeah, man. I got a fundraiser right now.
He's like, I gotta
By the way,
split.
guys, if anybody wants to buy these cards right now,
That's exactly what it
starting to
is,
pull that
man.
real- They're called
It's
scripts.
not even jerky. I can sell jerky with these fucking cards. 10% off. I swear. I got like 150. Hit me up.
Who wants to buy
Put
10%
MMA pixels
off?
above his thing right now, please. Make it flash.
Please. It's for the kids.
Please, for the kids.
We won't do it for Facebook, but it'll be on YouTube.
Nobody watches you.
It's not
Save
too late.
pixels. Save them. Right on. So, you guys have names picked out?
No.
No?
Dude, we're so
We
stuck
got
on
nothing.
names. It's like, how do you choose a name? It's
We don't
like,
even have a car seat yet.
Yeah,
What?
We're really falling behind.
You really-
Rolando.
You know you can't take the baby
really.
home until you have a car seat, right?
Really?
I know.
Really? Yeah.
They told me that when I had the kids. Like, yeah, you can't leave without a car seat. I'm like, what if I don't have a car?
That's true.
Yeah, like,
Start walking.
yeah,
I'm gonna
can I
papoose.
walk the baby out of here? Like, you have to have a car seat. But what if I don't have a car? Why would I have a car seat?
Yeah.
Bring a refrigerator dolly.
Perfect. Yeah, that's how you wheel the kid out of there. Yeah, I like it. Well, congratulations, and hopefully parenting is a smooth endeavor for you guys. It's got a lot, as we can say, it's got a lot of challenges. Gross things happen. A lot.
Is he gonna get to see Mama fight?
You know what? When I think of it that way, I think it'd be really cool. But we'll see.
Yeah.
feel like it's gonna be more emotional.
You're gonna show him videos at least, right?
Oh yeah, definitely videos.
No, but I mean, he's got
In person.
Gotta see a live
Yeah.
fight.
Well, you gotta,
Even if it's
you
like
gotta
something
show him
local.
who's boss,
Right.
right?
Even if it's something local.
Let's just scare him a little bit.
Yeah,
so.
the first time he gets attitude with you, just book a fight immediately.
No. You need to show him the one with all the blood.
Oh yeah.
That was one of
I'll
the
just
greatest
frame
ever.
that picture,
Just
put
frame
it in the nursery.
This is what you're gonna do.
I'm telling you, once he starts giving either one of you attitude, just book a fight immediately and just beat your opponent's ass while you stare at
Why
your
you
kid.
staring at him, right? Just like,
What's up? What's up? Wait till I get home. Wait till I get home.
You do the Matt Hughes thing where you pick up your opponent, you carry him over to your corner, drop him there, and then beat your opponent's ass in front of the kid. This is gonna be you.
Pick up your room.
Dishes.
It'll be clean when I get home.
Yeah, right on. Well, congratulations,
Thanks.
and
Thank
yeah,
you.
we wish you guys all the best. Thanks for coming down.
Thanks for joining us on 500.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
no problem. Yeah,
That's
congrats.
amazing.
It's awesome.
And
Yeah.
I'm
Thanks,
still gonna
guys.
challenge you to another round.
You
You better get out there and practice. You gotta get out there and practice.
With that said, we're gonna jump into some fights that happened.
Have happened.
When was this?
This was the 22nd of June.
22nd.
So last weekend.
Okay. all
Last
right.
weekend. Since we did not do our show on Friday, we have not covered this yet. This was Bellator 223. This happened down
Bellator London.
in London.
All right.
Your
Cheerio.
Chip Cheerio. Obviously, we talked about this fight before, Dennis. We had Paul Daly took on and defeated Eric Silva.
There you go.
You weren't taking Paul Daly.
I know.
How could you not take Paul Daly?
Because
He just doesn't believe in him anymore.
I don't believe in
Doesn't
Paul Daly.
anymore. Yeah, but Aaron Chalmers gets to
I
win
quit
over
believing.
Fred Freeman. You got Melvin Mann, who makes his return and win over Kent Copenhagen.
How many times is that gonna return?
I think this is his third.
He's like the Candyman. Keep fucking coming back.
The
And then
Candyman.
We have a new Bellator middleweight champion, Rafael Lovato Jr. defeated
No relation
Gegard
to Demi
Mousasi.
Lovato, just in case you're wondering.
He's not related. Is
I
it?
don't know.
Oh,
Not at
yeah.
all?
I was a
Not
little
at all.
disappointed and a little sad for Mousasi, man.
Yeah.
I liked him. I liked him as a champ.
Musasi, when he came out the gate, he was
The
just,
moose is loose.
the moose was loose, and he was just a world beater. And then I don't know what happened. Is people just found his weakness, and he's been beaten.
And he's been beaten, and it's been over.
Yep.
And then we had
Was that Chris Lieben?
Well, yeah, we'll get to that. Yeah, I know you've been out for a
You
little
haven't
while,
been
sir.
gone that long.
You haven't been gone that long.
He's still here.
This was UFC. Here we go. Ready? UFC Fight Night 154. UFC on Fight Night on ESPN Plus 12, also known as UFC Fight Night Greenville, also known as UFC Fight Night Moisano versus Korean Zombie.
All right.
That's one event. We'll get to the next one here in a minute.
Hyphenated like a Southern California bride.
You gotta
You know what I'm saying?
All that for the story.
This is,
There's a test later. Make sure you know all
no,
those.
I'm failing.
Yep.
This was again on ESPN Plus. So if you are watching UFC pay-per-views, because you have to do that whole double paywall system, and you have to buy ESPN Plus to be able to get the opportunity to watch pay-per-view, which is coming up next week, you got to watch this, and you got to see Kevin Holland defeat Alessio Di Chirico.
Huh?
You also got to see Andrea Lee defeat Montana De La Rosa, and Andrea Lee, by the way, said this was her worst fight
do
she's
it.
ever had, even though
Read
she
it.
won.
Mispronounced?
No.
Did she give the money back?
No?
No, she still took it.
Mispronounced.
Still took it.
Who the fuck did... How has that been up there for that long and I never noticed?
That's
it
great,
being
isn't it?
mispronounced?
Andre Ewell gets the win over Anderson Dos Santos. Randy Brown over Brian Barberina. And the Korean Zombie wasted no time. 58 seconds of round one.
He had shit
defeated
to do, man.
Renato Moisano. What'd you think about that fight?
I took Andrea. I took Zombie
Yeah.
and Barbara.
How did you like Zombie's win?
Oh yes. Was it? They say 58 seconds. I thought it was 40.
Nick?
I think it took 18 extra seconds for him to hit the
Cool.
ground.
It was cool.
I mean,
it was all right.
I
You're not
can't add
impressed.
anything to it.
You're not impressed with any of
I
it.
don't have ESPN.
See, I love the fact that the whole crowd started chanting his name and like Korean women were losing it. They were like the Beatles. They were just
going
screaming,
nuts?
crying. Yeah, it was awesome because he just came back from serving his doing his 2 years.
I think he's
And
been
then-
back though for a while.
No, he's had 2 fights.
Oh, has he?
Yeah, he's had 2
But
fights.
they promote it like that shit.
Yeah, exactly. They
Everybody in that country joins the army.
I know
they
that
have
guy
to for
too.
2 years. Yeah,
I
so
don't
this
think you have a
was
choice. I think it's like
Bare
Switzerland. You have to
Knuckle
serve.
Fighting Championship 6
I used to live there.
happened in Florida.
All right.
All
This
right.
was one of the most talked about MMA, let's just say combat sport events that happened over the past weekend. Did you guys hear about bare knuckle fighting?
Everybody.
Do you guys watch it if you could?
Oh yeah.
Entertained?
Everybody went back and watched the clips. That's what was happening. Nobody watched it live. They went and watched the
I
clips.
actually didn't watch UFC live. I watched it.
Joey Beltran gets his KO over Jamie Campbell. Julian Lane gets the win over Tom Schoaf.
You're not going to talk about Diesel?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Joe Riggs ends in a draw with Warwo Burrito de Bobarros. You happy about that?
Yes, I am now.
Joe Riggs.
He fought a DeBarros of burritos?
Yep, burritos. Johnny Bedford gets the win over Reginald Barnett Jr. And then Dakota Cochran defeated Chris Lieben.
Hold on now. There's kids watching.
Yeah.
Defeated Chris Lieben.
Chris Lieben said he hit.
In a unanimous decision.
Yeah, he was like, he hit me so hard, bro.
And Dakota Cochran said, Chris Lieben's head is the hardest thing I've ever hit in my entire life.
It's full of cement and stuff.
And I have no idea how he did not get knocked out.
He's made movies hitting stuff.
Exactly.
Dakota Cochran is such a porn star name.
It's because...
True story.
Such a porn star name.
I don't know if you know the side story behind this, but he did porn.
Don't Google that.
And then, of course, your main event, the most talked about fight over the past weekend, was Artem Lobov, the GOAT, a.k.a. Connor's friend, got the win over Paulie Malignaggi.
But do you think he did? I
Magic Man.
I give it either a draw or I give it to
I think
Malignaggi.
he outpointed him.
You think so?
I go Paulie for sure.
You did Paulie?
For sure.
I thought it was pretty close. I mean, I give at least 2 rounds to Paulie.
1 and 2, right?
Yeah. He
And
definitely...
The third one's the one that's up in there?
Yeah, the third one is definitely the one that's in the air. So I could definitely see a draw, but they can't give a draw on this fight. There's no way they're going to give a draw to this fight.
No, I give Artem the 3rd and the 5th.
Do you believe in Paulie's tirade afterwards? I got screwed by the judges, and he only hit me once, even though I'm cut here, and here.
No, because
one punch.
It was a magic punch.
It was a magic punch.
Yeah, but I mean,
I broke my hand.
What is it that we say? If just either finish him.
Yep.
Right.
Or just let it go.
Let it go.
You lost.
You didn't get the finish,
Sucks.
and so you put it in the judge's hands, and so that's what you get.
Paulie said if he would have won, he would have continued to bare knuckle box, but now that he has lost, he's done with his career.
Yeah.
Which doesn't make sense anyway. If I'd have won, then I would have walked away and be like, yeah.
No,
go.
he said he would have kept going.
No, that's what I'm saying, though.
Yeah.
Had he won, he should have walked away. Now you lose, you fight till you win again, then you walk away.
Yeah. One of the guys that I work with is actually a boxing promoter.
Uh-huh.
And he does fights all the way, he's from Stockton all the way down to L.A.
Okay.
And he watched this fight. He gave it clearly to Lobov. But he also said, had he been able to find a money line on Paulie, he would have bet the farm on him. Because there's no way that Lobov was going to win. But he also said that when he watched it, he thought Lobov outpointed Paulie.
What if they did a boxing match with gloves?
An actual boxing match. Yeah, I saw Paulie doing a lot of things where I'm like, yeah, that would work if you had gloves, bro.
Yeah,
but
and
you can't,
that's the
you
thing.
can't quite put your hand up there and
That's a big thing. They're taking away a lot of defense
Yeah.
because the gloves aren't there. And they're also allowed extra time when they clinch up.
Yep.
So that changes the game plan for a lot of boxers.
It definitely does. Would you watch a rematch if this was going to happen?
Yes.
No.
I'm all in, yeah.
Yeah.
Out there,
The price
Yeah,
is
I'll
right.
watch. I'll really watch any bare knuckle fight with Artem. As much as I don't like him, I like the bare knuckle fights with him.
Yeah, he's
I actually want the
falling,
guy that he fought to come back.
They're
The
supposed
fight
to rematch.
Knight.
I think they're going to
Is it
rematch.
Knight's his last name? That's the fight I want to
Big
see.
Diaz.
No, Jason Knight is now going to fight. I think they announced it during this event. Jason Knight is now going to fight Leonard Garcia.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
Bare knuckle.
Poor Leonard.
Bare knuckle. So Leonard Garcia, for those of you who've been watching MMA, at least for you'd have to say a while because he hasn't fought in some time. He is most notably known for he is a swing, and a lot of movement. His fight against
Just no head movement.
his fight against Clay Guida. Look, they were both missing, but it looked like they were connecting because you got Guida's hair going like this.
You got
and you got
hairography.
Leonard just on every single punch. So it looked like a great fight, but they were just throwing. There's no technique, just head down.
Yep.
And I never realized until Leonard Garcia did an interview that he is a country ass dude. He has a super thick Texas accent. He's like, yeah, guys, I just wanted to let y'all know that this is like some of the best fights that I ever did.
He's like Boom Hour.
Dude,
She
he's
man, they
it's
gon'
so-
fight,
I was
man,
like,
they
it
gon'
just
yep,
doesn't
man,
look
they
like
gon'
it
shoot,
matches
man,
with
they
his
gon'
face.
yep,
Like,
man,
it
they
just
gon'
doesn't
yep.
look
Fucking
like.
punch in the face and the face and the punch back.
So, but I'm interested to see Leonard Garcia bare knuckle box because I think that's his calling.
All right. There we go.
And then we had what do we got? Oh, yeah, we had another fight.
That was last night, wasn't it?
That was last night.
I forgot about
This
that.
was UFC on ESPN 3. UFC Minneapolis, spelled with or without the O, since most people on Twitter could not figure it out. There was both hashtags were trending.
Minneapolis.
It was Minneopolis, and then without the O.
Minneapolis.
And Minneapolis. Both were trending, which I thought was hilarious. UFC on ESPN, Ngannou versus Dos Santos. This was on the regular ESPN, not the Ocho.
Not the Ocho.
Not the Trace.
No.
Not the Double. Not on the app. You can actually watch this on regular ass TV as long as you have some sort of sports package.
Yeah, I don't even know why I have ESPN Plus or Fight Pass now.
Oh yeah, you can't. I thought that was great. It's on ESPN Plus, the home for the UFC, except for when we don't show them on here.
You got to jump through too many hoops to watch UFC.
I can't. It's getting to be a lot.
So Alonzo Menifield gets a win of the KO over Paul Craig.
Started our buddy Mo Green.
No. Do you want to go to Mo Green?
He interviewed Mo Green.
You interviewed Mo Green?
And now he won't talk to us.
Now he doesn't want to talk to us. Another guy.
I told you I screwed
We
this
appreciate
thing
you guys. We appreciate you guys. You still talk to us.
You guys are the only ones that do.
That's why I didn't interview. I was like in the corner. I didn't want to screw this one up.
Drew Dauber gets a TKO over Marco Polo Reyes.
Damn, found him.
Found him. If I say Marco Polo and you go, punch, TKO, round 1, minute 7.
And then you got Vince Pichel gets a win over Roosevelt Roberts.
Yep.
Decision. Damian Maia also pulled a decision over Anthony Rocco Marlin.
He backpacked him.
Is that Martin or
He
Marlin?
backpacked the hell out of him.
Yeah.
His backpack.
He's like, excuse me while I take your back and just lay here.
I'm excited to see his new movie where they did
Dora the
the
Explorer?
live action Dora the Explorer. It's great. He's getting a good start.
Oh, I thought it was going to be the life of a Jansport. No.
Joseph Benavidez gets a TKO with a head kick over Josier Formiga.
And then there's rumors now that Joseph Benavidez will be the first person to take a crack at Henry Cejudo returning to flyweight.
Really?
Hey, I'm so glad.
Are you okay with that? You like that?
Benavidez looked good.
Because he couldn't fight DJ for a long time. Because
Yeah.
he already lost to him twice.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
they didn't really have anywhere to put him. Yeah, I like this fight. And then, of course, Mr. Ford
main event.
Fiesta, Francis Ngannou, gets the win over
Early
Benito
stoppage.
Early stoppage?
What? He had amnesia and deja vu at the same time.
We all know Dennis wants him to kill him. You know what I mean? It's you gotta until they're dead, right?
I was in a forum
I was in a forum and they
and
said,
I watched some videos, and the whole thing was just set up.
Oh,
It's conspiracy.
Yeah.
set up
just
for
saying.
Ngannou
Yeah.
to win
Yeah.
because he's
Trump
gonna
did
fight.
Because Ford's going to bring back the Fiesta,
Oh,
and they want to sell it.
Ford's bringing back the Fiesta. He's
Yeah.
the spokesman.
Fiesta beat the Dos Santos. No, I don't know. I mean, even if they let it keep going, was it going to get any better?
No.
No.
Yeah. Sagano. I'm
He's
sorry,
an
man.
Earthquake drill. Get underneath your desk.
Put the head down. Just stop hitting me, please. Make the noises stop.
All right.
Now they're saying that Ngannou is in talks for a super fight with Jon Jone.
Are they going to wear capes?
I mean, I'll put that hat on. I saw that on forums all day today. It was Ngannou is going to fight Jon Jone in a super fight at heavyweight when DC retires with the belt.
Okay.
Because they're never going to... DC says he's going to retire.
So they already got DC beating Stipe? Because that fight's
they're
happening,
gonna,
right?
He's going to happen. He's going to win, and then he's going to be done, and then they're going to have this super fight for the vacant belt.
Is Jon Jones going to be
You
loaded
say
on
for a
everything?
bacon belt?
For a bacon belt, yeah.
They should make a bacon belt. That'd be good.
Do you think...
The bacon belt's right above the Bible belt. I believe.
Of course, you got Luke Rockhold saying that Jon Jones wants nothing to do with DC at heavyweight. He'll fight him in any other weight class. Do you think we need to see that? I mean, obviously DC has gone down to light heavyweight twice and fought Jon Jones and lost both times because Jon Jones was on some sort of substance or had something happen to himself. But do you think that it'd actually be a competitive fight at heavyweight? Jon Jones,
It was
DC?
competitive
Yeah.
at 205.
The last one really wasn't.
It was. I thought he was doing well. I thought DC was winning until he lost.
Win until he lost. What about you guys out there? Would you like to see DC versus Jon Jones at heavyweight? No.
No?
There's not a lot of Jon Jones love out there.
No. What if Jon Jones had to fight on his knees?
So DC
That'd
retires
be-
and fights Francis Ngannou at heavyweight. Interested?
Only
No.
because I want to see Francis Ngannou punch his head off.
Nobody likes Jon Jones. I think that's pretty
They don't
much...
want to see him, period.
I want to see Ngannou punch
Get out of the
Jon Jones
UFC.
in the
Make it
face.
better. Give him an office like Connor. Just hang out.
Beautiful.
So, yeah. That's the fights. Now, do we want to set up our own rankings? We can put up our own rankings for best pound for pound. Favorite fighter top heavyweights, top light heavies, we got a whole weight class situation here. Should we just do favorite fighter and see what happens? Like
right now?
Yeah, why not?
Sure.
What else we got to do?
Okay, so we're towards the end, right?
Yeah.
We're wrapping it up. Let's bring everybody in here. Just everybody come in here. Come on. Come in here, stand behind us. Don't grab no one's ass, though.
We're doing the conga line.
You can totally grab mine.
Yeah.
Conga line.
Move that chair.
Name your favorite fighter.
Fighter?
Yep.
UFC?
Anywhere. Anybody.
I'm gonna stick with Chris Cyborg.
Cyborg?
I'm gonna stick with her.
Let's see if we can throw her in there. Bam, right there.
You guys
Another
want to come up a little bit
Christian
closer? We'll get
cyborg.
more people behind you guys. Do. Keep coming over. Keep coming over.
Quick test for Brandon right now.
You're good?
We're good.
All right.
Boom. Anybody else? Who else got a favorite fighter? Shout him out.
Well, Jon Jones, obviously.
Jon Jone. Of course, we knew that one's going to happen. Look, it's broken. They can't even find Jon Jones.
Okay, I just want to give a shout out to everybody that's been with us from the beginning. Even knockout artists, even though they try to scam us. Fight
I
fans.
still have that green T-shirt.
Yeah, Erica at Fight Fans Radio, who pushed probably for 2 years, she was pushing the show.
Yeah, about that.
Fight Fans Radio, thanks for all the work that you guys did. Who's the card company with Raya Faber?
I don't remember.
Something card.
Man card.
Oh yeah, well Walkie's been with us since around 200. The man card, Walkie Craft. You can find him. Kapahoo, he's the one that designed our logo.
Designed our logo for us.
He's
back in
designed
the day.
a lot of the things for us. Dave, he just says smart ass shit. And yeah.
Yeah, Blake's not here. Blake said he was going to show
Blake said he
up.
was going to be
Blake always says
here.
he's going to be here and he never shows up.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, but that's what happens. But yeah, we made it to 500.
Thanks for keeping it alive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we didn't even make the tens of people, but that's fine. That's just what happens when you do stuff on a Sunday. Everybody's at church. That's what happens.
because nobody knows.
Nobody knows. All right, so if everybody wave from SynCal Industries. And it's Sunday, so we're not going to see anybody in this call.
No, but we will be back next week, 501.
501,
Put
like
some
jeans,
on.
like Levi's.
We're gonna put some jeans on.
Later.